Okay, what's up, everybody? Hopefully, this video is actually going to be pretty damn good. Um, yes, there's a channel called there's a "Don't Make Black Kids Angry" video channel. I think it's a channel by now. It's "Don't Make Black Kids Angry." I believe in one video he says I think he says he's not defining by color anymore or some shit like that in one of his videos, but yet he still is defining by color, as you can see in the video. It's all about black kids, black people. So he sounds like a hypocrite. And a lot of these videos look staged. As you can see, an airman, some airman gets punched in the face by walking through a bunch of protesters, which in real life, if we see a bunch of black people there, a white man ain't going to run through that. I'm telling you that right now. And besides, a bunch of black people hanging together doesn't necessarily mean they're a gang. But in Toronto, not all black people, group up to beat the fuck out of you. They're gangs. They group up. Black people do it. White people do it. All types of people do it. And they group up to, go against you. They do it at night. So I don't know where this black mob shit's coming from, but there's white mob, black mob, fucking Latino mob. It's all a mob. Everybody, it depends on how you want to condone yourself and act. I can get three or four friends to roll with me down the street, and then there's your white mob, maybe 5 people rolling with me, there's a white mob. But how you act and what you do is what considers you as this fucking mob shit.
A couple of years ago, this week in the New Yorker, they have an article where they mentioned yours truly and said I made up the whole thing about the knockout game. Because they went to this professor in New York, and he said, "Oh no, I've never been able to document one case of the knockout game." Well, I wrote a book on the knockout game, and I made a video of the knockout game. I'll put a link to it in here somewhere.
I'll check out the knockout game, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's all propaganda. Either A, you're ran by the Jews, spreading propaganda for them. Either B, you're a Jew yourself, talking shit to split the races up, or C, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just a shit talker. Go live on the fucking streets yourself and experience the streets yourself. You damn well know that when someone has a beef with you, they don't get their fucking 500 friends to go with them and beat the fuck out of you. They knock you the fuck out on the spot. We all know this. And if you have friends, if I have friends that are rolling with me and he has friends that are rolling with me, then they jump in. But some like to fucking cheat though, but still, 9 times out of 10, if I got a beef with somebody on the street or if I talk shit on the street, I get dealt with, or at least someone's going to come up to me. Example, when I was in fucking Canadian Tire one time, this other guy, I heard someone over my shoulder say, "Can I help you, sir?" I turned my left, and I thought the guy fucking beside me said that. So he got pissed off at me. Did he come at me with 500 men? No. Did he come at me with 600 men? No. It was him having a beef with me because I thought he fucking said something to me. "Can I help you, sir?" I thought he said it to me. And I swore I fucking heard him say it. Maybe I was wrong. Could have been wrong. But I heard someone over my shoulder say it, so that's why I looked. And then I paid the price for it. But yeah, that's not really my fault. I don't consider that my fault. But my point is, he didn't come at me with 500 men. It was me and him only having a beef. 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. Unless you're at big events like Caravana, then those events are going to be gang related. So why bother even, going at night? It's okay to promote the event and go during the day, but there's going to be bullshit. You're involving yourself in that environment of bullshit. And what are you doing out after fucking 12 at night anyways? Causing shit? That's why Toronto had a curfew put on it. When I was living there last, that's why they had a curfew put on there so that all the kids wouldn't hang out in parks and act gangsta, you know? I'm not talking about just black people. I'm talking about all kids in general doing it. You know, they hang out in parks, they like to cause shit. They like to do their fucking fireworks. You know, white people do it. Everybody does it. So I'm not saying black people are worse than the white. We all do it. We all shoot fireworks off our balcony. You know? So yeah, everybody's guilty of this shit. But this guy thinks black people are the only ones to do it. Black people are the only ones that gang up on their own people. Hell, man, I can get killed tomorrow. Simple. Just go down the street and run my mouth. Get killed tomorrow by my own white people. So what the fuck? What's the, you know? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's shit talking.
And it's a long video, and it's an hour long, but it's an hour long because it's all just examples, right? It's like somebody hitting a speed bag. Boom, 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 boom. Just a lot of video of people getting the hell beat out of them. Well, the way the professor in New York gets out of it is they kind of define it very narrowly. And
yeah, a lot of people are getting the hell beat out of them, and they're only going to notice the black man doing it. Yet, well, he'll only notice the black man doing it, yet there's a white man involved, there's a fucking pink man involved, and no one's even fucking recognizing that Trump, yes, Trump is the main instigator of that shit. Trump is the one that's not standing up to racism. Now, after this, I'll pull up a video and I'll show you what I mean.
And if it doesn't meet that definition, they just say it doesn't.
By the way, you don't need to see the video. The audio speaks for itself in this shit.
Happen. So, but the knockout game is not like cribbage. There's not an international society that sets rules. You don't go to if you want to, find out if you're playing their game the right way, you don't go to the international club in London and say, oh, you like to play cribbage this way? No, that's not how the knockout game works.
There is no game. What game? It's all about who you associate with, how you condone yourself, how you act, what you do. Technically, life is really based on how you act as a person. There really is no game, in my opinion. The game is pretty much, well, what you do and how you act.
And I've written about it longer and more than...
If that's a game.
And anyone got a lot of attention for that. The knockout game is somebody getting the hell beat out of them for the hell of it. It's a black thing. It's a black on white thing. It's a black on Asian thing.
I don't know any black person around here that would say punch me in the face for free. I don't know anybody that would do that. That's fucking retarded. Why would anybody go and say punch me in the face for free? Now, what sounds more presentable is your videos, you paying these motherfuckers to take punches sounds more better so that you can make all the black people look bad. Because once again, it's not about hating the black people. It's about splitting everybody up. That's the main goal. So you would probably resort to paying somebody to take a punch because there's no way in fuck that anybody that I know would take a punch for free unless they're blindsided or some shit. But my point is, who the fuck would say, yo, punch me for free and not retaliate? You got to be a jackass to do that. Then that goes back to my own statement. I start no shit, so I get no shit. But if I go on the street starting shit, then yeah, there's going to be shit. And everybody makes a mockery of me when I say that because I don't go around talking shit. But everybody says I talk shit, but I don't. Because I don't hang on the streets to talk shit. I'm not saying I never lived on the streets. I say I don't hang on the streets. Don't need to. I lived in the ghetto. I know what it's like. I lived everywhere there is, pretty much. I know what it's like. So, once again, I'm not trying to say everybody's innocent. But what I'm trying to say is what this guy is saying is shit. Because no motherfucker would take a punch for free without pulling a knife on you. Go to North York and see what happens to you. Yeah, try and punch somebody in the face for free there. Last time I was living there, a person got stabbed and killed just because of drug debt. Yes, it's drug debt. There ain't no reason. It's debt.
Black on gay thing. It's a black on old thing. It's a black on young thing. And it happened again. Let's give it a look.
All new at 11 o'clock, a South Carolina airman attacked in a busy area of uptown Charlotte over the weekend. He says someone sucker punched him during the Carrick trial protests on Saturday.
Whoops, my Skype's going nuts.
Have to go away on it. He had to have surgery today. WBTV's Colleen Harry is live in uptown near the spot where he says he was attacked. Colleen.
Well, Matthew Whitehurst and his two friends spent Saturday night at the Panthers game. They left early, came uptown for some pizza. He told his father as the three of them got near the transit center here, they were assaulted. He said he was sucker punched from behind, hit so hard, his jaw fractured.
I'm angry, and I want whoever did this to pay for what they did.
Todd Whitehurst says 3 days later, his son is still...
Why would somebody sucker punch somebody they don't even fucking know? That doesn't even make sense. Why would I go down the street and sucker punch somebody I don't even fucking know? And at that, as a black kid I'm punching in the face, which probably will have someone else who's going to retaliate. But in general, why would I fucking punch somebody I don't even fucking know? You know, now if I got beef with the person, yeah, I would punch him in the face, or a fight would break out if you have beef. But it doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. Like, why would you go around punching somebody you don't know? And they make it like this kid just waltzes through the Black Lives Matter crowd like he's all that, but yeah, gets sucker punched or some shit like that. But yeah, it doesn't add up. I think it's just bullshit to say the black people are bad. It's their propaganda bullshit to say all black people are bad. And they're going to use this black on black shit to prove it, which is bullshit. Typical American way. Typical American way because they're brainwashed by the Jew. The tyranny has reached down to everybody. So bad that it's a white versus fucking black society, which is so bad that it's fucking sickening.
In agony because of that fractured jaw. 23-year-old Matthew Whitehurst, a jet engine mechanic in the Air Force, had surgery this morning. His jaw is wired shut. There's a plate in it. He says that's because of what happened in this crowd.
And Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department needs to do everything they can to find out who did it.
Whitehurst says his son and his friends were walking by.
You notice how the father's only pissed off about who done it, and it's like he's over-exaggerating the situation. Like, there's no real emotion even there. Like, if my son got punched in the face, then, yeah, I'd be pissed off. Yeah, I'd be, like, real mad. Madder than what that fucking shit is. That's just, he's not even mad as what he should be.
Just as protesters against the Carrick mistrial got to the transit center and the epicenter Saturday night, Matthew says someone sucker punched him from behind. The only description Matthew says he has is vague.
Turned around.
Oh, yeah, and that's another thing. The description is vague. Vague description. What's up with that shit? You know, I got sucker punched in the face by some black kid. I don't even know who the fuck it was. Get the fuck out of here with your vague ass bullshit. You know, if I got punched in the face, I know who done it. I know who did it, who, when, how, why. No one sucker punches nobody in Canada, at least for me living. The only thing that's happened is some guy got stabbed randomly for fucking no reason that I can remember actually making the news that I can remember. Oh yeah, and random kids get beat down for wearing red or blue. That's it. But you already know that's gang related. Like they're classifying those kids as, you know, legit. They think they're legit gang members wearing red and, you know, red and blue. So it's a mistake. You know, it's not no one's fault. Well, it's the gang's fault, yeah, but really you can't, you know, you're wearing red. You know what's going to happen to you. You know, because some people want to act gangsta and they think, hey, I'm going to wear red, blue, whatever. Then they get dealt with.
Saw a black male with a red bandana and dreadlocks is the one that he said hit him. And there was probably 15.
Okay. My question is to hear, if he's so vague, then how the fuck you know he's wearing a red bandana? If he's vague memory. Red bandanas are tied to blood. So you're basically saying, oh, a blood member hit my kid, but yet I vaguely remember. If you vaguely remember, how the fuck you know it was a guy wearing a red bandana? Bullshit.
15 to 20 of them.
This is why I turn off the news and don't even watch it, because it's all bullshit. I only worry about my hood, my area where I live. That's all I worry about. That's all I need to worry about. I need to worry about America because it's not my concern, because it's not affecting me. I only need to worry about my conditions, how I live, where I'm at. That's what affects me, not this bullshit. But the only thing that affects me, though, is when I'm surfing the net and I see bullshit like this. Then it affects me, because I got to fucking see it.
Matthew and his friends say they went to nearby police and filed a report. Charlotte-Mecklenburg police say the case is still under investigation. Officers say they don't know if it was a protester who hit Matthew. They just know the assault happened at the transit center around the time demonstrators were there.
I don't think it's anyone that blended into the crowd.
This father wants police to check surveillance cameras around the transit center. Todd Whitehurst says his son was selected for a special deployment to Europe next.
Why would a random fucking person walk up to this random white kid, random black kid, walk up to a random white kid, punch him in the face, and then run away? Unless he was either A, talking shit, or B, he's doing something to instigate it. I guarantee you that. Because there ain't no way a random black person is going to punch you in the face.
Month. He doesn't know if he'll be able to go because of the injuries he suffered Saturday night.
A bunch of hoodlums that are throwing their lives away.
So now he's saying hoodlums. I think he's referring to the fucking Black Lives Matters, which if America was more civilized and actually had more equality in their fucking country, then you wouldn't have to worry about black versus white bullshit. Now, the bullshit of who runs America is another story, because whoever runs America is what's pulling the bullshit to the American citizens. And American citizens are so brainwashed, they think that that's their government, when yet their government was taken over ages ago. They don't even have an American government. The fucking Jews run it, Israel. And you can even see that Obama even fucking bows down to them. And what's sad is 9/11, you're against Muslims. What's Obama? A Muslim. What's America? America is fucked. How do you let that happen? If you're against Muslims, then why would you let a Muslim in? But then again, it goes back to, I think Obama's tried to say that the Muslims are not the enemies, because it was a bunch of propaganda bullshit to cover up a bunch of other bullshit. So let's blame Muslims for this. Let's blame people for that. So on top, it was all bullshit to begin with, just to blame someone else, to go to war, to make money, because that's what they're all about, making money.
Punch my son from behind, who is serving his country and has his stuff together.
Colleen Harry, WB.
Okay, once again, why would a random person, like a random nobody off the street, like the only people that have ever, fucked me over are people I know. Like I've never been randomly fucked over by a random person, unless it's some guy robbing a bank or some bullshit. Then you're caught up in that moment and you can't help it. You're the right person at the right place. You're the right person. Sorry, you're a person at the right place, but just the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? So it's not your fault, really. But name someone that would just walk up to you, not even knowing you, and fucking bang you out for no reason. Not even knowing you. That just doesn't make sense. I never, I've had people come to me and look at me weird, like, they question you, like, who are you? Because you're new in the neighborhood, but you stay neutral. you don't get yourself involved in that shit, then nothing's going to happen to you.
TV on your side.
So here's a question for all of you non-lawyers out there. If you're walking down the street of Charlotte and somebody comes up behind you, punches you in the face and breaks your jaw, and you turn around, there's a large group of black people standing there, laughing, cackling, ignoring what just happened. Did you just get attacked by one person, or did you just get attacked by a whole bunch of people? The correct answer is you just got attacked by a whole bunch of people because...
Okay, this is another issue I have. If one person punches you in the face and his homies are around, you only attacked by that one person, but you feel like all those guys are against you because they're his homies. You know what I mean? Like, they'll jump in anytime that they feel that the fight's being cheated or whatever. And some of them will just jump in. Like, it depends, you know. A lot of people fight fair, you know, that fair, it's fair. I'm like I don't mind having friends come to a fucking fight, you know, but as long as they don't jump in then and keep a fair fight, then yeah, that's fair. But the minute, you know, so the minute one guy has all his friends with him, you know, they're going to claim that they all were beating him up. Yeah, the whole story's bullshit from the beginning, because which person would punch a random person in the head? Even in the ghetto, you wouldn't even do that. Even in Canada, you wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't go and punch a random guy in the face, you know. Now, if he wants to start shit, then he gets dealt with. That's how it works. You know, you gotta stand up for yourself. But you just don't go and randomly punch someone in the face. Just like in this video, like, what the fuck's going on there?
Every single person there is complicit. Now, if you're going to go legalistic on me and say, well, Colin, that doesn't hold up in a court of law, I will say, wow, I almost dropped an F-bomb there. Sorry about that. I will say, to heck with you.
Okay, that's another thing. One thing I don't agree with is if one guy punches you in the face and the other people are just not even doing nothing about it, then they should be guilty automatically for either A, supporting him, or B, accessory. But that goes back to the same incident I had when I was in high school. I simulated a riot, and I had a whole bunch of people that were accessories to it. Who got kicked out of school? Me. Did anybody else suffer any consequences? No. It's a slap on the wrist. I'm the one that got kicked out of high school because I was the bigger threat. You know, when shit like that happens, the bigger threat gets taken out first, and the other people don't get taken out. So you got to look at who's the threat. Are all those people standing around promoting, cheering a threat? Well, the only thing they're doing is egging the guy on. They all could be taken as accessory, which would be bullshit, because that's just a minor charge and bullshit. Just say, bring them all in. That's like 20, 30 people. So why not arrest the person that was fighting with the other person, and boom, and there, it's done. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you arrest for all the people? Which, you know, it's going to throw an uproar in the crowd, and then you're going to have a race war, and then it's going to be all those pigs or white people or yada yada. You know, treat people like how they want to act, not for their color. This guy here is all about color. Once again, he says he's not, but he's a hypocrite. Because every video I fucking see, it's only black people, black mob, black mob. Yeah, come to Canada and see what it's like on the streets. Experience the real shit. I bet you wouldn't even last, buddy, on the streets. You're pulling this bullshit on the streets, you wouldn't even last. Because no one's going to take your shit. They definitely wouldn't put up with you fucking talking shit. Yeah. You got to respect people. That's right. You just don't walk up to somebody, break their jaw, and then walk away, and then everything's cool. That's not how it works. And random people don't walk up to you and break your jaw. That's not how it works. 9 times out of 10, the person knows the other person and gets beat down. That's right. I'll expose this guy more in other videos, but I think this one's getting too long, so I'll end it here.